Fantastic force. It's going round, mate. You can't stop.
Merci, papa. Quoi? Ça aurait été mieux si j'ai cuit. Restez debout.
Well, good afternoon everybody, welcome aboard the Millennium of Time on the journey down to the Tower of London in Greenwich this afternoon. Now by law, we have to give you a short safety announcement, not to alarm you, just to tell you about the layout of this boat which you're travelling upon. This boat is licensed to carry 400 passengers and we have safety equipment for that amount. We have life jackets, they're stowed in cupboards and boxes in various points around this boat and are clearly marked in the international symbol in green and white. We also have life rafts on the sides of the vessel on the upper decks. They're placed in white canisters and they can be launched in a matter of minutes. The emergency exits downstairs, windows and doors clearly marked in green and white. On the outside decks, please listen to announcements on the public address system. Now we can do a bit of a commentary on the way down to the Tower of London this afternoon. First of all, do we have any English-speaking passengers on board? Please raise your hands. Quite a few then. Okay then, well, I can speak about 6 different languages, which comprises of English, Irish, Scotch, Welsh, Australian and American. I can do Canadian at a push. Now the first place of entry, just back there on your right-hand side, you can see that large Ferris wheel. Now that is known as the Millennium Wheel or the London Eye, the London Eye. Now this structure here stands 450 feet tall, and they do say on a clear day you can see as far down the stream as Australia, but we don't get many clear days here in London. Now save your counting, there's 32 pods or capsules and they hold 25 people each. Now some people do come up and ask us, can you actually hire them pods out? Well you can, because we need to liquidation. It has now been taken over by a brewery and it's doing very well today, so it just goes to show what type of artists we cater for here in London. The next bridge now is the Charing Cross Railway Bridge and the Golden Jubilee Walkways. This is the only place on the River Thames where you pass directly beneath a railway system and directly above one. The tube line that links Waterloo with Charing Cross and the Bakerloo line runs under the river at this point. As we go under this bridge, passengers on the outside decks, if you feel any droplets of water on your heads, It's just the trains emptying their toilets before they go to Charing Cross Station. That's all it is, just a small walk. On your right hand side is that glass frontage building there. It's the Royal Festival Hall. That was built to commemorate the 1951 Festival of Great Britain. Now that building is completely soundproof. It has to be, because the Charing Cross railway system runs immediately alongside it. But that building is said to have some of the best acoustics in the world. That's Festival Hall, just back there. Now taking your attention over to the left-hand side of the boat here now, you'll see this large stone column guarded by the two Sphinx. Now this is known as Cleopatra's Needle. That was a gift from the Egyptian government to commemorate Lord Nelson's victory over Napoleon at the Battle of the River Nile. And that stone column over there is actually older than London itself. It's over 3,500 years old. Now there's 3 of them stone columns in the world. There's this one here, there is one in Central Park, New York, and there is also one in Paris, France. Theirs is slightly smaller though, they got theirs for coming second. On the left there you see that building there in scaffolding and sheeting and they were built and maintained during the last World War. So well done. As we clear now, on your right hand side here, you see this large concrete building here with electronic sideboard going round the top. Now, believe it or not, that is our National Theatre, and that has been described by London's leading architects as the most ugliest building on the banks of the Thames. Even old Prince Charles commented, he said it looks like the back end of a nuclear power station. Now, we do know old Prince Charles prefers and loves the older things in life. That is buildings I'm talking about. He likes that building back there on the left, the large white one with a green dome, which is Somerset House in the Strand. It was once the home of the Dukes and Earls of Somerset. Back to the right hand side once again here now, you see this concrete building here with the letters IBM on it. Now that's actually where you send your computers or laptops if they're broken. Now IBM just simply means it's being mended. Not really though, it's the International Business Machines. And the large white tower block building there with the glass front, this is known as New Kent House. That is the headquarters of London Weekend Television and also Carlton Television. Now, if you're unfortunate enough to be like me and live in London, this is where that old weekend rubbish comes from, like the Pop Idol, X Factor, Richard and Judy and all that other old rubbish on Channel 3, all comes out of that building over there on the right. Now they do use this part of the river as a backdrop when they're filming during daytime television, so we might be on the telly as we speak. So there you are, if you're with a loved one, go and give them a wave, you might be on the telly. If you're sitting with somebody else's loved one, I suggest you look the other way. I see a few of you are looking the other way, but I'm right, I judge. On the left there, the white ship is the Wellington. That was once a frigate in the New Zealand Navy. It now houses the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. All it is really, it's just a drinking club for retired sea captains, which the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, is the president. Look under that stern of that ship there, you'll see that small stone archway. That is known as Temple Arch or Temple Gate. That is the official boundary line between the city of Westminster, we've just left, and the city of London, which we've just entered. And the point of interest is that the city of London is the smallest capital city in the world, and it measures just 1 square mile. The Greater London goes on for another 554 square miles. Take your attention to the right-hand side of the boat here now. You see this large red brick building here with a tower with the word OXO in the middle. And this is actually known as Stamford Wharf. Now, during the 1950s, 60s and 70s, it was the largest refrigerated warehouse here in London. It has now been converted into luxury flats and apartments with a shopping mall at the bottom. Now, to give you some idea of the prices in that building, see the glass bit at the top there where the people are? It's actually a restaurant owned by Harvey Nichols. And they sell bottles of drinking water for £40 a bottle.